So, spawning in at the top of the map, we have Kynesie and Tit. Interesting to see that we have the open side coming in for Tit here. I'm definitely favouring Otto. I feel if Otto can like claim a more safer trade route on the right hand side, definitely going to benefit him more than on the left hand side. And also it'll be a race to see who can get the axe, because that's going to really help out Ethiopia with his livestock ban. And Japan, Mitoe playing Japan, also going to benefit him getting his shrine down. We'll get going for the market start, and Ethiopia is going to be taking mid-map TP, and we're going to be seeing a TP start from Kaiserklein and a TP start from Kynesie, although Kainesie's trade post is getting bugged out. Not actually going to be building it to start off with. Classic D things, but that's an absolute shame. He's going to be realising it, so we'll not miss by that much. But definitely going to be a shame here. Opting for a market start and a TP start, so definitely going to go greedy here. But it's Deccan, so you can go as greedy as you like. Welcome gigs, hope you're enjoying the stream. Builder 720p res, tough. No one else can stream at this time, so we actually have guest casters coming in for the 2 live matches after this. We're going to be seeing Nooks and Nono casting the first live gold match, and we're going to be seeing Breadsticks and Liam coming in for the final gold match. So I hope you guys enjoy that. We'll check decks here. Otto looks like we're going to see some standard Otto stuff. It includes the fort, and we see someone going for the covered wagon and the 1,000 quarter wood. 4 town centers on this map is going to be really useful. You could cheat and chuck him on the side, wall the passages, and he's just happy days basically. Denying France a lot of eco there, a lot of map control. Ethiopia 1v1 feels kind of weak right now. I agree. I feel like this poor Civ, like every single patch, they got a 1 zebra cattle left, 1 zebra cattle less, 1 zebra cattle less. I mean, they started with 6, and now they start with 4, or they start with 3 or something ridiculous. 120 wood in the center, going to be trying to go for that. Good treasure because of the tigers. Ethiopia's going to be loving that one. Still, a lot of the cows aren't actually claimed. I feel like I'd be wanting them a lot earlier, maybe being a bit of an oversight. We'll be starting Consulate as well from Mitoe, and it looks like Otto's going to be going up with the Governor, so maybe some tower play here. I feel like Ethiopia Otto here. I guess Kenya Abus is such a strong rush combination, but we don't see any forward bills from these 2 civs here. Interesting. So maybe a bit more turtling. Interesting to see how Ethiopia turtles. Because their eco cards are strong, yeah, fair. But yeah, then you have like 2 guys right. Yeah, true. Yeah, Chap's pretty right there. Going to be going up with the shrine in the back of his base. Obviously, I feel like we've seen it all basically on Deccan, playing on Tad. It would literally be 3v3 Deccan. Every single game would just be what's hosted. So we see Japan, chucking the shrine behind the base. We know literally where every single hunt is like in the back of every player's mind on this map. And we'll have a look at everyone else's deck. France will be Kaiserklein will be going out with Quartermaster. Pretty standard Kaiserklein deck. I mean, most French players have something revolving around this. We'll also pick up Kaiserklein's Explorer here. Should pick it up. 335 XP in the middle of base. I feel like they used to be 420. And it looks like 2 forward bills from Tit are now going to be coming out. And the forward outpost will be placed, not yet, but is going to be coming down closer to the front here. Getting a bit of a HP boost. 4 bills going to be coming in from Kaiserklein. And it looks like, to show your shrine's almost up. It does have CM in deck, so predicting some rush capabilities. It looks like we're going to see some Yumi. It looks like we've got Way of the Bow in deck. So some standard Japan gameplay here. I'm not going to go for a full shrine boom. He's obviously scattered the forward bills, and so he's probably going to go for Brit or Japan here. Tower from Kynesie. He's going to go a bit forward here. Might want to watch out. Stable now coming down from Kaiserklein, and we do see the outpost going to be coming up on the side here. Probably bringing that outpost rather than through the center, because he knows there's going to be explorers in the center sort of scouting everywhere. So it's very sneaky from him. Looks like we're going to see double walk, hemp, and an outpost. Maybe a FF into 2 Falcons. Let's get out of that clicking. We do see 7 of wood coming in straight away as a first age 2 shipment here. And it's going to be going for 600 wood following it right up. So it looks like we're going to see a hefty amount of guest Genya, quite a hefty amount of guest Genya going to be coming in. 10 apiece, that's going to be pretty devastating to be fair. I want to see what Oliver's bill rate is, if he got any of the bill techs. But yeah, going to be going up fast now, and looks like we're going to be sending 2 Falks, Avis, and Spahis behind this. 700 C's now coming in from Kaiserklein, so maybe going to opt in for another Huss batch, but does open 5 Huss to raid Otto here. I feel like that's really good because it's going to idle Otto a lot. Definitely a civ that doesn't like being on that, can't really afford to be idle with the low bill count. But we're going to see a Foundry coming up here from Kynesie. Could we see 2 Falks and then 4 Falks and queue a 6 Falk shipment potentially? But you're going to have to make sure that he doesn't forget his spawn point here. We've actually seen in the tournament quite a bit of players forgetting where their spawn point is and chucking Mitoe shipments back at the town centre. But doesn't look like he's going to do that. We'll lose a bill here to get a house up. Oh no, he does get it back and sacrifices the house. Good job pulling back the bills there. Japan's shrine pop here on 120, so definitely chugging along, doing good. And it looks like he's going to be going an Ashy Yumi mix level, so focusing more on Ashy early on, sort of a Musk Husk combo into a Musk Skirm combo. And I feel like Musk Skirm will beat that quite convincingly. Ava's really strong, but he'll have to just hit that critical mass. He's going to be taking a second trade post on the left hand side here. I want to see the 4 town center boom come up at one point. Kaiserklein also going to be going up to age 3 as well. And the first card is not going to be 2 Falks. By the looks of it, it is going to be 5 Spahi. And if he can time this right, this is a cleanup right here. I'd love to see it. Oh, he scared him away. A batch of guests getting timed with the Spahi. Going to be taking a bit of damage there from some Ashy on the back line, but ultimately, I mean, they're just really there to tank, aren't they? The guest Genya are going to be dealing so much damage right now. 24 apiece. If he can micro the Spahi, that could be good, but I mean, it's just an absolute cleanup there. Mitoe's not going to be happy with that, losing a lot of Ashy for basically free. You could say he's forced Spahi pop, but I mean, at the end of the day, he hasn't really forced it because that was their plan all along. Probably better than 2 Falks, basically, because Spahi can hopefully catch up, get the snare on. More raids coming in base here from Kaiserklein, but we'll lose a few Huss, and is the idle time worth it for Tit? We'll have to see. Kaiserklein, save me, save me. No, I'm going H3. What are you talking about? I'll get goons out. Oh, sorry. No, I am going to the H3. I will get the goons out soon. It's like French accent. And it looks like they're going to go straight for the town centre though. I feel like they're going to be in trouble. Wait, is Japan H? No, Mitoe's not up yet. I feel like that was just so devastating, losing those skirms early on. Gig saying disgusting. What's disgusting? My French accent or the rush? Gonna be picking off some more idle time there, but I feel like Kynesie is just like, you know, we can chill on berries right now. We're not under any time pressure. Goon's gonna be coming out. I feel like they've rehearsed this build order pretty well. They know their timings. Like, he's going to be bopping CM now, and that's going to actually force him back. I feel like that's a great trade here. Skirm's now coming out from Kaiserklein, Skirm Goon here, and it looks like Japan's just going to go whatever. But I feel like that's a great trade for the res committed there by Mitoe. And he's going to pick it up with only 800 HP left on the town centre. Oh, but the Falk's going to come in and going to clean up. Oh, that's so... Rather than just committing to the town centre, knows he just has to survive until the Falks get there. And the town centre's down from Mitoe. Going to have to be splitting off here and going to try and get a town centre up as soon as possible. Kaiserklein will be losing some puffs on the back line there, sending 2 Falks of his own. And if he can literally just get, if he can get the goons onto the Falcons, not to kill them, but bring them down to like a one-hit kill, he can clean up both those Falcons with the two Falcons without like taking any volleys from them, because they'll just be one-hit kill, if that kind of makes sense. And yeah, did end up going with the Japanese consulate from before, but I feel like the map control is just so heavily in Tit and Kynesie's hands right now. Like they've got, they don't know, I don't want to say they got speed, but they've got the mobility from their units. Their units can move around quite quickly, and yeah, Goon's gonna come in and try and get as much damage as they can there. Taking a volley, but will fall back. And looks like Kaiserklein's gonna be the one to shelter them here. Shelter Mitoe here. He's going to be getting up another town center as soon as possible. More goons going to be coming in here from Kaiserklein. Actually building up a significant goon mass here. And exactly what happens, he picks up both Falcons without even losing a single, without even taking a single hit onto those, onto his own Falcons here. So really well done for him. Kynesie will be coming in from Tit, and they're going to try and focus down one of the Falcons. We'll probably get one down, but I don't know about two here. And he will lose his mass in the process. Only barely gets one down. He doesn't, I don't think he'll get the second one down. Yeah, no. How are the scores looking? Still firmly in Mitoe and Kaiserklein's favour. Gonna send some Ashy in for raids, which is probably the best choice of action. I think he's gonna try and some of his opponent's hunts. Like, look at this. Tit can have a hard time pushing out and gathering here. He's gonna have to send some Kynesie to siege this down. France on 25 Vils, Otto on 20. Gonna be batching out some more Zebus here, and be sending the Dervish as well. And on 21 here from Tit. 22 from Japan, and it looks like they're going to be coming out and taking out this outpost here with this one Falcon remaining. It'll take us time, but I'll see if there's actually a thing popping tomorrow here. Will he be able to get that shipment in time? I feel like if he can like bait the Falconet forward, he could probably... Oh, he's got 1,000 wood. Okay, they're kind of like not abandoning the forward base, but taking the time with the forward base. Sending some Kynesie back to be on anti-Ashy duty. He needs to start sieging these shrines, though. I think that's really important. Didn't actually pick up the builds back there. That's kind of lucky from Mitoe. But more significantly is Kaiserklein's goon mass is building quite quickly, and they're going to be carded soon. Are they carded yet? Maybe they are. He's carding them right now. And he's going to be able to... There's a town center gone out. I want to see Otto's wood count. Yeah, he'll be able to chuck... He'll be chuck another town center here, and potentially another town center here. And Otto's eco is just going to go absolutely into overdrive here. Trying to force a fight here. Falk not really taking that much damage, and the goon's going to be getting some free volleys. On to the Kynesie, but we'll take some from the Abus in return. What do we think, guys? Who wins this fight? Skirm Goon or Abus Musk? Abus going to be coming in from the Falk Snipe, and we'll actually get it. Only losing 1-2 Abus in the process. It's definitely favoured there for Tit and Kynesie. Obviously, you know, their army's going down pretty quick. Oh, no, he should have backed out of that. I feel he really should have backed out of that. Taking the Falk and then just calling it a day there. Sorry, taking the Falk and call it a day. We'll be batching out more Abus here, but I feel like they've got Kaiserklein and Mitoe. Definitely took a dive early on in the match, but have a good timing here to push out before Kynesie gets his eco back up again. Kaiserklein, interesting to see if he gets another town center out soon. Stacking his shipments, maybe 1,000 wood is probably the most useful thing. Claim these two hunts up here with the coin mine, and the Abus will get picked off. And yeah, actually, come on, give me a raid, Don. Tell me I'm epic. Look at that. I literally told you guys where I was going to put the town center. I haven't seen this recording either, so I totally just like guessed where I'd put that. Oh, I think that's probably a close to GG moment. That was 9 bills there. Oh, look at the split. Look at the split, bro. That was fucking fire. Look at that. Okay, maybe not. It's not GG moment. Pre-watched Andy. No, I literally looked just to see how long, because like there's like this replay manager that Vlad created to see like how long the games last. And what's it called? Not how long. The sieves. So we can do like the starting overlay, and yeah. So I that was pretty cool. But I mean, it's pretty obvious. You know, there's a coin mine there. Obviously, it's damn obvious he's gonna put it there. I really wish I could see like the text. Is there a way I can see the mosque text? Because I want to see what the train time is on those bills. They look like they're fully teched. I'm trying to see how quickly he's getting these bills out. Mitoe all caught up in score again. True. Well pointed out, Drownage. Yeah, he has gotten his town center back up quite quickly. He got it up really quickly. Obviously escaped most of his vills, almost all of his vills. It's going to be... Mitoe's, I feel like Kainesie's going to have a hard time here. Obviously utilising these town centres. Maybe my judgment is incorrect. Maybe they're a bit too aggressive. Obviously, Mitoe's done a great job at shrining. And the Gaskenya to like raid these shrines just hasn't been there. They've kind of been committed in the fight. And I feel like Kynesie and Tit thought it was over like really early on. And so they haven't like, you know, been on the ball when it comes to sieging the shrines and just like that sort of, not I don't say basic stuff, but like housekeeping stuff, getting on top of Japan's shrines, etc. When is that guy going to update the OBS UI really? What are we paying him for? We're paying him? Oh wait, is this? No, what are you talking about? Sorry. Okay, so Shodel's going to come on to the skirms here, but Kynesie is going to do a great job at body blocking. He's going to be drag boxing back his goons, so won't be able to take off some good shots there. Does end up trying to force the fight here. I feel like the dervishes are going to be coming in clutch. Props to Kaiserklein, who's literally just been 1v2ing for about 7 minutes now. Mitoe now getting his eco fully recovered. Going to be chasing Kaiserklein up to age 3 and going to be able to batch out some Yumi archers here. And I feel like Skirm Goon Yumi mixed with a few flames is going to be a solid combo here. I'm going to be chucking out the fort as well to try and take mid-map. I'm going to be bringing down this Bhakti temple. I believe that's the... Yeah, it's the Burial Bush Gather, right? Oh wait, do I click Alt? Oh, I can't see. Okay, so he doesn't actually have his Corporal Visors in yet. So his vills are going to be going in overdrive pretty soon. Yeah, there comes the next one. Zoomed in production quality. Oh, you know it. Let's have a look-see. Look at that fort. They've even got bags of sand labeled with X. Oh, something just happened. Someone did something. Alright, so it looks like Mitoe's taken age 4 as well. I feel like, I gotta be honest, Kynesie and Tit like really well rehearsed their build here, and I do rate it, but I feel like Kaiserklein is just map awareness, like, no map awareness, sorry, game awareness and genuine skill of the game. I feel like he's just come ahead so far. Like, being able to 2v1 this, he did obviously not provide any like defensive pressure early on as well. So he kind of like let Mitoe die. But to be fair, you got to give the props to the man for 1v2ing for this long and let Mitoe go age 4 here. And four flaming arrows at the front here is going to be pretty impactful. They're obviously going to come in and try and snipe them off, and while they're doing that, obviously your Crusaders can get right on them. And I feel like he's going to batch out the Animal Skirms coming here. Going to be switching to Culverines. So Kynesie definitely anticipating Flaming Arrow pop. Obviously we know what's going to happen. Fort's going to get up, but is going to start copying these volleys from these flames. And the shines are still up. Gone for raids here with some Crusaders, but the Gaskenya needed to be sieging down these shrines. Tit is still in age 2 as a matter of fact, and scores are really peeling ahead now, up by 10k. Kaiserklein only just getting the second town centre out here. But the 4 town centres from Kynesie is going to have to really carry for quite a while. Sit really needs to age up. I don't know if he's going up now. Going to be going up with the Jesuits. Alright, let's have a read while we are sieging this fort down. I want to remind you these guys are some of the best players in the game. Oh, heck yeah. No shit, they're the best players in the game. My guy just held a 1v2 for 7 minutes. And Mitoe he's gone to age, he's like recovered in under 10 minutes. He's recovered fully eco and he's aged up in under 10 minutes. Like, they're bloody good. And I thought it was like at the start when they got the town centre down, I thought Tit and Kynesie like had rehearsed their build order so well. I was ready to call it when that town centre was like getting sieged. And they picked off the not the Falcons. They picked off the Ashi really well. There was an absolute cleanup, if you're just joining us, there was an absolute cleanup of about 20 Ashi at the front here. And I thought that was it. So I think both players have done super well as a first game. Oh, we've already got some Donna. Oh, this is gold. Oh, this is gold. Kaiserklein letting his teammate die in 1v2, then 1v2 is a true team player classic. He spanned goons with it, yeah. That's so true. It's something that, you know, you see like, Donati, wait, is it you? No, it's Nooks and Nono that they did something similar with ports in Russia as well. But no, good stuff here. He's got quite a few fat cattle here. And he's racking in the influence. Sending center horseman, probably a really, actually a really good pickup there. Mountain Monastery probably going to go down. Oh no, Kynesie has opted not to go for that. I feel like the Kynesie mass mixed with it. I feel like Kaiserklein's got a really good triple unit hit combo here. Probably can bash it back off from the Dragoons. Now that the Ashi are picking up. Apologies. Now that the Ashi are picking up. They are teched up, but the Avis are getting some great volleys on the Ashes there. They do not have the multipliers, their counter-infantry rifling, I believe. They're going to try and force a fight here. Tech's going to be coming in for the Kaiserklein now, and shit, those are flames. Just took an absolute beating onto the infantry over here. But I think now that the Cuirassiers are onto the Avis, I think it's GG, and yeah, GGs have been called here. From Kynesie and Tit, well played. I thought that was their game, like, quite solidly. They cleaned up 20. I want to see a post game like right now. I gotta show you guys this. GG's, yeah, definitely. Look at this. He's gone. I was bang on 20 down to 0. Ashi. I think it was 20 and a shimmy no, and an absolute cleanup there. Let's look at an absolute cleanup there. But it was the second fight under Mitoe's town centre when he popped Minutemen and they like committed to the fight. I feel like he could have backed out there because there was also 8 skirms on the back line, taking some dealing some damage to the Kaiserklein. I feel like they could have just backed out and then just gone in a few seconds later. There was no real time, like they weren't under a time pressure. Ethiopia is weak just when they introduced Italy to the game. Coincidence? I think not. Good observation, Fatal, but definitely props to them. I feel like they rehearsed their build order really well. I feel like just the decision making in winning when to push and when to not push maybe cost them it there. Who did it, Royal Clan? Who did what? You talking about the El Bannerino? Revnak, I'm sworn to secrecy. I cannot tell. But I actually said it before, so if you want to do a quick rewind. But no, I feel like I want to see Mitoe's Vil pop as well. Like, he only loses, what's that, 28 to 22. He only loses 6 Vils after his town centre goes down. Like, for losing a town centre, 6 Vils is really good. And he's able to get that back up really well. Kynesie's Vil count absolutely going really, really crazy here. But I feel like just the lack of Ethiopia's ability to have a strong H3 at that point in the game, I feel like that's what's cost them there. So congratulations to Kaiserklein and Mitoe taking the first game. I shall update the scores, and we'll be right back in the second game shortly. Oh, actually, before I quickly chuck off, anyone want to see any military graph? Let's see the KD. shit, that's ouch. That's Paul Gascoigne getting absolutely eaten alive. Kaiserklein's KD is absolutely through the roof. I'll actually see the res gathered as well. Yeah, it's just a shame. I feel like it was just the Civs, like Otto and Ethiopia have they've got a strong like late age 3, early age 4, but like early age 3, they're really in trouble, like really early age 3. Although the timing push was well executed. Anyway, we'll get into the next game shortly. We should be right to go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the quarterfinals between Kaiserklein and Mitoe and Kynesie and Tit. Props to these two players, obviously making it to this point in the tournament, and we'll be heading into game 2 right about now. So get the prediction, get your channel points into the prediction. Sorry about missing it for the first one, but we are all set, ready to go, and I'll switch this over for you. So we'll be seeing Kynesie and Tit spawning in the top of the map as Ports and India versus Kaiserklein's Ports and Mitoe's Dutch. Teams obviously separated quite a bit, so early map pressure Early rushes could be very deadly as your opponent's obviously isolated. But obviously taking the trade post here, trade route here is obviously going to be very useful as well for both ports players. Interesting to see the matchup. It looks like it's going to be a long game here, seeing these civs. So strap yourselves in and get ready for a matchup on Mexico. Images of the maps. I was like, yeah, the actual best of 5 map images are pretty good. You gotta like change it between games, but no, it's a really nice overlay from Vlad. So congrats to him. Kaiser doesn't go for TP. I think he maybe gets denied. We'll see how much he's floating. He's floating the 200. Opts for a house. So I think he was going to go for a 10-10. Misses the trade post, but just decides to chuck a house down, because I'm feeling like the 100 wood, he wouldn't have. He's good enough to not pick up the 100 wood if he didn't need it, is what I'm thinking. And he doesn't have any coins, so he's not going to go for market start either. But no, pretty fair. Tit going to send food. Let's have a look-see. Still no deck selected, so I'll have to wait a sec. Hey, I see what you mean. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we saw them do this in the last game, didn't we? Yeah, it's Mitoe Plant. He's done his homework. He knows what's going to happen. I can't remember. It's like he gets them up quicker, but they do something with it. Is this the rush one, or does he just do they just sit in base so he gets up quicker? I honestly can't remember. I probably casted it, but I can't remember to save my life. Alright, so Dutch deck looks literally pretty standard. Agriculture coming in, also has the church card for any unit pops coming in, or even extra banks. Kaiserklein's definitely age 3 oriented. It does have spice trade if he needs, and it's going to be opting for CM, so more of a defensive play style here by the looks of it. Tit will also be going. Ooh, that looks just like an all-round India deck. It does have infantry train time as well. So maybe we see Mass Gurkha play as the game progresses. And this is an extremely defensive deck from Kynesie. So we're going to see Kainesie's classic defensive gameplay here. I want to see lots of walls. I haven't seen a tournament game where they've someone's chucked down 3 layers of walls yet. I just want someone to do it once, just for the fun. But yeah, actually, it just does have a fort and 2 organ guns. Definitely is going to try and make this game go as long as possible. At least that's what his deck looks like. He could be doing the old, Kaiserklein Mitoe. Look at my deck. Look how late game it is. Oh, but watch this. I'm actually going to rush you. You can always do that. But he's going to go for the Kynesie Mitoe. Tit's going to be going for the Kynesie, so it looks like we're going to be seeing a more defensive style here. Quartermaster coming down from Kynesie. Mitoe looks like he's going to be going up. Quartermaster as well. And Kaiserklein going up with the Quartermaster as well. We're going to be seeing 400 wood across the board. They did it every time, and Kynesie will send it back once he clicks up. So India doesn't age too late. How much time do they shave off? I don't know, but it's nice. No, true. I think it's just basically shaving a few seconds off. Don't lose much eco, and your head earlier, so you can get bills out faster. Age 2 deck as well. A semi-FF team deck. I feel like that's what they've been doing the whole game here, the whole matchup. Why don't you play the game in the right order? Because I literally got these recordings sent to me with no game order, Tit. So maybe if it was labelled as, game 1, game 2, game 3, game 4, game 5, it would be easier. But regardless, shouldn't make much of a difference. Except for maps, but that's not too bad a deal. I'm sure people are here. I'm not too... But the intricacies of which map we play on first could affect the outcome. Or just here to, see 4 of the greatest players in the tournament go at it, and see who comes on top. Yeah, but check maps. That's true. I did actually go through and check the maps before on Vlad's overlay, but must have missed something. Anyways, 410 center coming down from Kynesie, going to be claiming some copper mines and also the backwards hunt here. I wonder if I'll get working on the 320 XP, get an extra treasure in. Kynesie obviously in base, boosting his res gathering at that point in time. No real aggression from either side. I feel like both teams are quite happy just sitting in their base, causing a bit of idle time, and chilling from there. Hello, Brenhop, hello. Ports gets his second TC wagon sooner and an extra like 2 bills. No, you're true. Yeah, no, I agree, and I feel like it's basically there's no real is this Explorer gonna go down? There's no real punishment for it, and exactly you're basically getting an extra few bills. Think of it like, you know, an extra shipment, I suppose. Yeah, the bill Explorer goes down. Nice one. Sending a Huss in probably cause some idle time, but obviously Kaiserklein loving his Huss semi-FF, so we'll pick that one up and run back and get some idle time of his own. Looks like we're going to see a trade post split as well, so no real opportunity for Stagecoach coming in too early. But we'll pick off the Explorer before it gets the trade post up, so good pick up there by Kynesie. Yeah, but check maps. Thanks, Tit. I'll make sure to do that in the next ones. Can't really do anything about it now because we're already 6 minutes into the game. But anyways, we'll be going on to Kaiserklein chucking our racks down. Might see, or we'll be seeing some Castador play here. Looks like he's going to be trying to click up right now. I'll see if he batches out another Huss or so. He knows he's got 4 here to deal with from Kynesie, so he's just basically got to get that or more. But the Zambarak play from Tit here, well adapted. Maybe 5 to 5 one-shot a Huss. I'm trying to think like what's the best value for here. Does he need 5 or is it 4 the optimal? But definitely getting out some anti-ray duty. Attempted wall there from Kaiserklein. Nice little quick wall, but doesn't quite get it in time. And some nice micro there from Tit, but ultimately the Tansen taking some shots. Honestly, Kaiserklein's traded pretty well here. He's traded really well here. Well micro from Kaiserklein. Ends up trading 3 Huss for 5 Zambaraks. So props to him. We'll be facing some idle time here from Kynesie. Obviously focusing more on H2, but it looks like Kaiserklein's going to be sticking with the H2 play here. Going to be going Musk. Realizes obviously there's a lot more pressure coming in from Kynesie with the extra Huss batch, and we'll send out 5 Musk to deal with that. And the trade post does end up going down from Kaiserklein, and Kynesie will be putting one in his stead. Dutch 5 banks are out. We'll be opting with the church now. We'll see if he is going to be clicking up. Yeah, Dutch will be going up with the exiled prince. And so these get the skirm mass going absolute fire. And I think does Dutch skirms beat Indian skirms on mass? Bramhawk totally missed the tourney. We got a lot of pro players into it, but yeah, a few guys are missing out. Not the worst. Great that Mitoe came back for this. No, totally. It's been absolutely great to see a lot of the pro players coming out for the Ace of Spades, and it's great to put some of the I don't say we're more like casual players against some of the pros and seeing if micro is all that there is, or if some pulling out some random strats is what pulls them ahead. And we actually saw that early on in the tournament. A lot of underdog sort of players taking the lead in a few matches. Just not purely based on micro. Obviously the micro was good, but mainly off unique strats that pro players don't really expect. Mitoe FFing with the church card. No, church card has not been sent. We'll see if it gets sent now, but I think 1,000 Wood's probably better, or send Skirm. It depends if they want to try and push out now. I feel like Kaiserklein has got to click up as well at this point. Yeah, Kaiserklein's going to be going up. So I feel like Dutch Skirm Goon or Skirm Gurkha, I think that's just the majority of the matchup here. Eco, oh. Gonna go straight to age 4 here. Yeah, if he sends the Religious Freedom here, we could see like a side tower into Blue Guard and Stradiates. That could be pretty good. That could wreak some havoc. He could probably even get the Kynesie down with that, because those guys have a lot of siege. Why Church? If no Church card, potentially for XP income. That's my thoughts. And yeah, he doesn't send Church card, he goes 1,000 wood. Actually, you know what? He's not doing it for the XP, he's doing it for the priests. You batch out 2 priests, and you're sitting pretty. You know, bring the Husks back, bring the Skirms back to get healed. Use the Church to get those priests out, you know, get the healing going. I mean, Kynesie, you guys are just, Kynesie and Tit just, you know, absolutely out-leagued with this play here. Not even expecting the priest strat here. And quite clearly, they're just going to lose the match as a result of that. But we do see the 3rd town centre coming up to the left here, going to be claiming these 2 mines. How gorgeous is that going to be? Right under the 1 town centre. Kaiserklein definitely getting... that's actually a really good mine placement, holy crap. Is that meant to be there? That's like abnormally good. But definitely going to be stacked on coin for quite a while. He's doing it for the 1500 XP, Yada Mercantilism. Good pickup, actually. Ants. Musk raids on the back here. We'll get picked up by the Zambaraks, but we'll take a decent trade. Going to be forced back by the Gurkha, though. So those Musk probably going to be going down in vain, unfortunately. I don't think he picked up a single settler. Fort going to be coming up here from Kynesie. A few proxy walls could be good, but he has actually done some anti-raid walls back here. And it's just going to be down to, can Kynesie outport Kaiserklein by the looks of it? Because I feel like Mitoe's Dutch and Tit's India is pretty much evenly matched, in my opinion. And I feel like Kynesie's got more experience with ports at the moment. And I think Kynesie's port deck is way more favoured to the later this game goes. Yeah, look at this. Whereas Kaiserklein, yeah, Kaiserklein had a lot more unit shipments, whereas Kynesie's like absolutely stacked if the game goes that late. He's also got Team Wall HP as well. And the good thing about this card is it doesn't affect the build time of the walls, unlike Bastion. He's got to be careful that these organ guns don't get caught out. Maybe he's trying to bait in the goons. Although 2 organs coming in from Kaiserklein now, he could get a volley off on these Castadors here. Husk's going to charge in, try and take out these organ guns, but they will be body blocked by the goons here. Maybe not the best trade here for Kynesie, but the goons do focus fire down one of the organ guns. And on the back line, Kynesie does have both of his left, but will also obviously get picked off by Kaiserklein's goons. So at the end of the fight, I feel like Kynesie's lost a lot of his cav here, but does come ahead on the organ gun count. So we'll be trying to force down that early market. Lopsided Fluff raiding with a party of 5. Thanks to the raid, man. If anyone is just joining us now, we are in the 2nd game. Oh, well, technically it's like the 4th or something. I don't know. Tit told me before, but we're in the 2nd casted game of Kynesie and Tit versus Kaiserklein and Mitoe. Kaiserklein and Mitoe are currently up 1-0. So we'll see if Tit and Kynesie can pull ahead with one of Kynesie's main civs ports here. Look at this wall. Not even pillarless. He's just like, fuck it, you're not raiding me over here. It's kind of cool that there's like... I feel like Tit has to like... Does Tit push in himself here while the majority of the army is over here? Or does he like try and come and reinforce his fort? Because Kynesie going age 4 here. I wonder if... yeah, Kaiserklein's really nowhere near to go age 4 here. And I feel like heavy cannons are going to make such an impact here. Even if he wants to go... just 2 mortars with the mortar card. I think does he have the mortar card? No, he doesn't have a mortar card. But I feel like 2 mortars just sieging this shit down would be so useful here. Or even if he just wants to batch out like 4 horse guns. Wow, the big boys. It is the big boys. And the big boys got a big mine pop as well. Tit is going to be pressuring the right-hand side here. I feel like if he sends the... If Mitoe sends the... Does Mitoe send the church card yet? So doesn't send the church card. I feel like church card and pop at this outpost, he could clean all of that up with blue guard and stradiates. Maybe not all of it, but he could clean quite a bit of it up for a good cost-effective trade. Does force Minutemen as well, and Dragoon's going to come out and deal with that. Going to have to force back under the double town center. The town centers are a bit far away from the fort. Maybe a wall here could, like, you know, give them a little safe sort of haven to, like, come back to if they need to. But Mitoe's score is absolutely ridiculous right now. How many banks does he have? He's got 5 banks, a factory. And his eco's just rolling in right now. And he can siege down this fort with these heavies. Guard skirmishers aren't going to get really tickled by this one organ gun. Look, doesn't even take a single one down. Still hasn't actually pressured Mitoe on the right hand side, getting a second layer of walls up here. They got to be careful they don't overcommit, because Tit could still do some damage under Mitoe's base here. If he can pick up that Culverine as well before it comes out. But the fort looks like it's going to be going down here. And it's just going to be pushing under the town centers. That's the problem here. Kaiserklein macroing for the age up. They probably don't want to be pushing out under the town centers while they're clicking up. So it looks like they're going to try and scare away Tit, and that's exactly what they do. Tit also going to be going up with the Taj Mahal in base. And does have 3 town centers down, so everyone's eco is pretty steady here. It's unlike last game where we saw obviously the lack of you know, eco from Kynesie and Tit here. Obviously lost them that, and I feel like, but it was more like, you know, Ethiopia couldn't really do anything in that instance. As opposed to this game where, you know, everyone's churning out the settlers. It's almost 16 minutes and we got almost everyone at 60 bills, basically. Everyone's like neck and neck on the bill count. Mitoe probably ahead because of the banks, if anything. So I think the game is still really even. Scores as well in favour of Tit and Kynesie, but not by much, only by 4k. I'll be interested to see when they actually take the fight whose goons are going to be better. So it looks like Kynesie's going to be going full cast at the moment. Only has a single stable from the start and has chucked up two Raxes. So maybe the Gurkha, the Zambarak are going to be the main source of anti-cav. But they need something to deal with the cannons. And they can't, like, run in and snipe them because the skirms are just going to do such a good job at picking off those Zambaraks. So they do need a method to deal with those. Whoa, they do need a method to deal with those heavies, if anything. Okay, everyone is now aged up. Kynesie and Tit now taking a bit of a bigger score lead, branching out to 5k. And I think, is it the bill count? 65? No, not really the bill count. Maybe it's just text, the fact that he's... Oh, it looks like we got a fight going to happen soon. If these heavy cannons can get a volley off onto the Cassadors, that could be pretty big here. Definitely even up the scores. But Kynesie definitely doing a good job of pulling back here. And it looks like we've got a bit of lag here. I might restart my game after this one, just to limit that. Oh my god, I heard the bell. It's like, and I thought it was the, you know, the bell for the GG. Jesus Christ, it scared the shit out of me. I was like, so early. But Bastion now coming in from Mitoe, so he's denied any pressure that's going to be pushed on there. He's going to try and force the fight at the front here, and I feel like they've got this opportunity while they've got the heavy cannon mass, you know, deal some damage with it. I'm going to be interested to see. He's got the text on the Culverines, so I'm going to love to see if he can pick off a heavy cannon pop. And the Minuteman is going to be called here from Kynesie. It looks like the fight could be getting forced. 4 Culverines batched out. Where is it? Where are they getting batched out of? Oh, I'm right at the front here. My god. 2 heavies now getting popped in from Kynesie. Not really revealing them. Doesn't want them in the line of sight of those Culverines before ceasefire comes in. 5 seconds remaining. He needs to unpack here in time. It's going to be cannon war. Who can get the most amount of volleys? And we come in from behind here. The Zambaraks are going to absolutely clean up the cannons. It looks like we're going to see it heavily in favour of Kynesie and Tit here. And I think solely off the face of these Gurkhas coming in behind and absolutely doing a number on the skirms and goons here. Kaiserklein's goon mass is so formidable, but when you've got your opponents mixing so many skirms here, 52 skirmishes and at least 50 Gurkha on the field, the goons are absolutely useless and they're not even teched yet. A Huss switch is definitely in order here, but I feel like the skirmash just got absolutely whittled down by the Gurkhas there. I feel like the fact that Kaiserklein and Mitoe probably weren't expecting that much of a mass from both players, and they weren't expecting the Zambaraks to just charge the cannons like that. I feel like they thought they had a bit more time in that fight. Ukity pulling out the hums. What are you humming about, Ukity? Tell us. What is the brain of Ukity thinking? Best ceasefire ever. And it wasn't like the time when he called it. I feel like it was the time when it like turned off. The time when the ceasefire ended was like so well timed. Legion Dragoons now coming in. They do have all their techs on them, so it'll be interesting. And I do apologise for the lag. I'll restart after this game. I didn't realise it'd be this bad. 3rd game in. GG's being called from Martinez. Scores now peeling ahead almost 10k now. Oh, at least 10k now. Quite a few kills inside here. I feel like Tit and Kynesie have just just gone ahead on the mass, and they've realised an opportunity when Kaiserklein and Mitoe, when they're not in their optimal position, and they pushed in really well timed there. I feel like that's really good game awareness from them. What was the first matchup? Deccan, Otto, and Ethiopia versus Japan and France. We do see 5 Culverines out here from Mitoe, so we'll force the cannon mass back. We'll see if these Zambaraks can take a volley here. And ultimately, Guard Cassadors can take a few shots of their own. The Huss switch now coming in for Kaiserklein, but they aren't teched. The Huss switch is definitely the play to go here. Yeah, they're not really doing that much damage. They're just really falling down to the Cassador with the Zambaraks on the back line. And he's got 52 idols at the moment. Horse Gun's now coming in from Mitoe, but I feel like it's a bit late here. If the game was still in play at any point, this is what's clinched it. They need to push it. Yeah, there comes the GG from Kaiserklein. He's not wanting that. Yeah, ouch. He had 2 mines here, and ultimately it was his demise. So congratulations to Tit and Kynesie. Taken game 2, evening up the scores 1-1. GG's. Alrighty, I'll end the prediction for y'all there. Oh, do I? I won't do it. I'll delete it so you don't lose your points. No one voted for Kynesie and Tit that one, actually. So I won't be a meanie and steal your points there. Almost exactly what happened in the last series with Kynesie and Tit. Same civs and played out the same way. So if Kaiserklein and Mitoe did their homework, they would have realised what was going on and maybe countered better to this sort of playstyle. But it looks like we need Tomato Plant here to come in and play some games against these guys, because he's done his homework. He knows what Tit and Kynesie are all about at the moment. We'll check the post games here. definitely not many kills. Like, I feel like if we look at the map, like, they didn't really take a massive fight, you know. There was only the one up there where the skirmash kind of got shot on, but, look at all this cab, but it was just the Ville's out of position. Damn. Check out the timeline as well. Like, Ville count is, like, pretty close. Oh, it does actually peel away, though. To be honest, failed clarity, like, wait, what happened? I was just AFKing a bit. What happened was there was not a significant cleanup, but a decent cleanup under the ceasefire here at the front, where the cools went down, and then they just pushed their base, 52 idols over here, at one point, and they realised that, and look, they're just charging over to kill all those vills, and Kaiserklein called the GG. We're doing great until the ceasefire. True, they totally were. I feel like Kynesie and Tit really like manipulated that game right into their hands during that fight especially. Alright, I'll switch this over for you guys. What's the military graph of that fight? Let's have a look. It was this one here, yep. Right there. So it actually does get cleaned up quite a bit. 80 pop for literally nothing. Lemas is well done though. Alright, we'll get into the next game right away. And I will see you guys in 3 minutes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the third game of Kaiserklein and Mitoe versus Kynesie and Tit. Now, Tit, I want your approval. Is this technically the second game, the one where you guys go House of Russia? I do believe it's the second game. So just let me know in chat if we're right with this. We'll go ahead anyway, but it'd be nice to know if it's correct. This is the OG of AoE1 music. It actually is. Vlad's done a great job with this overlay. Integrated some really good streaming tools such as music, an automatic timer and stuff like that. But he's done a great job with that, and there's a few more features you can do with this as well. So go check it out if you want to play around with it. We've got the approval from Tit. Sweet. But props to them. Good stuff, man. That was actually a really well played game last match. I feel like both games so far have been pretty damn close, and taking the scores 1-1 going into game 3 now. Let's get that rolling. Brilliant. So we are ready to go. Get your channel points in. Get the predictions going, guys. Oh, no one's still predicted. I love the fact that we would get like 10,000, 15,000 predictions coming in, crowns worth of the predictions. Like when this tournament like started with the qualifiers and stuff. And now we're getting into like the quarterfinals and everyone's like, oh no, we don't want to predict anymore. It's too close. The games are too close to call. That one guy was half native. Okay. Yeah, no, that's actually, is it? No, that's a different character. That's Nathaniel Black. Is it? I don't know. Someone who's good at the campaign who can answer that question. But we'll get into this game here. We got Mitoe as Germany and Kaiserklein as Russia spawning in the bottom of the map. Much closer together this game as opposed to the last one. So be able to defend the rush much more easier. And we've got stacked on hunts inside base at the moment. So won't have a problem to do with herds. And at the and at the top of the map I saw a double rush and I was like, oh, hold up. And at the top of the map we have Kynesie and Tit spawning in as Russia and Hausa. So I'd love to see what happens with this map. We do see a lot of Hausa in this map actually. We do see trade posts being taken, the whole trade line, and also you've got a few safe TPs as well next to your base. And I'm loving the Akan spawn. This is gonna probably not be the best for Russia, but Kynesie is gonna be loving this. Germany's gonna be loving this as well. Germany's gonna be absolutely loving this. You get your gold mine plus a 35% gather boost. So definitely gonna be loving that at this moment. I feel like Mitoe's got the options here. Interesting that Kaiserklein's going to be going Russia and giving Germany over to Mitoe, considering Kaiserklein's very, very good at Germany here. We've got the links in chat from Nathaniel Black. Thank you for coming with those stats. Very, very good. Yay! Someone's donated some channel points. Are you guys like hauling them away when the Twitch economy goes down and crowns are much more valuable? Wait, can I don't think I would totally put my crowns on, but I can't because I'm doing the results of the prediction. So if GK is here or wakes up at any time soon, I would love that. But we do have 250 food in the center. We got, it's going to be going for 115 wood. So it's definitely off to a great start here by the looks of it. I want to have a look at the decks here. Yeah, the one I couldn't like remember the put names to faces and stuff. 3 builds coming up here to start off with. This interesting deck here. 14 Cannoneers in age 3. I don't really play that much Hauser anymore, so I'm not too familiar with if that's what sort of deck that is. If someone wants to give us a shout. War Wagon versus Javelin. War Wagon Strulette versus Javelin Strulette. What would win? What do we reckon? I think we need to do a poll. We've got a few seconds. I think we need to do a poll. What do we want? War Wagon, Strel, or Jav Rider? Strel. Let us know. But yeah, interesting deck here. Let's have a look at Kaiserklein's deck. My voice is starting to wave. Distributors are coming in, and it looks like we got Spice Trade, and looks like we're going to see Mass Gillette here. from Kaiserklein, so I'd love to see we get to a 70. Mitoe pop here. Kaiserklein's, oh not Kaiserklein, sorry, Tits Explorer might go down before the age up comes in. So 45 XP going over to the other team here. Good body blocking from Kynesie here. Actually, that's really good body blocking. It's a shame it won't be enough because he'll get the range shot in, but definitely a good effort there from Kynesie. So we see, oh no, is that the same? Is it literally? No, that's Tits deck here. So you're going to go for national readout. So definitely option for some raiding musketeers, causing havoc in opponent's eco here. Opponent's eco. And if we check out Mitoe's deck here, late game oriented, a lot of gold gathering, so we do see a lot of war wagons coming out. A lot of war wagons coming out. And it looks like Kaiserklein's going to be putting his blockhouse up on the far side of the trade route. And this is actually quite, not competitive, I'd say, but ballsy here, because Tit's going to be like, you know what, I'll one-up you, bring it on, I'll go on your side. And I feel like the reason they can do that is because Kynesie's tower is going to be able to provide some extra defensive play here. I mean, if they put it right up against, do they put it right up against the blockhouse? I feel like they're going to try and deny this hunt. They know Mitoe and Kaiserklein really need these hunts out the front here, and especially as Russia, you're going to want as many as they can. And if you look at that, the first thing he does is hurt him away. Blockhouse going to be going up, but copping a lot of damage from these explorers. And Kaiserklein doing a great job of putting a proxy wall here, just going to make it harder for his opponents to fight under this position. Look at that blockhouse. 2 explorers sieging it from the start is going to bring it down to less than half HP. That's ridiculous. And now Musk are going to get on that blockhouse as well. I feel like that blockhouse is going to go down any second before anything substantial happens. Everyone is saying Jav Rider Strel beats War Wagon Strel. So everyone's thinking Kynesie and Tit are going to win this game. Yeah, the blockhouse does go down. I'm going to open with Desert Raiders by the looks of it here. It doesn't spawn Songheisen either. But definitely a good raiding. Oh no, but it's definitely a good... Oh, I hate the voice lines of these guys. But definitely going to be able to get some good raids in here from the Raiders. And going to deal quite a lot of damage to the war wagons. It's going to force CM as well. We'll take out one of the war wagons. War wagons, settler wagons, and doesn't quite pick up the second. And I feel like this is a pretty good trade for Mitoe here. He basically cleans up the raiding force, all at the cost of Minutemen and a settler wagon. And we'll pick up the exploit as well. The attempt. This is the set. This is Emperor Palpatine's quote, and it's also the other one that's like, what's the other one's Obi-Wan Kenobi's quote. So it looks like the folks over at World's Edge are fans of Star Wars. Are these guys counted as siege? No, they're not counted as siege, so that the Minutemen don't get the 2 times bonus against them. But definitely early pressure. It looks like Kynesie and Tit are going to just try and idle Mitoe and Kaiserklein as often as possible here. Obviously, the shipment of Fulani archers will be forcing any Minutemen. We'll be forcing any Minutemen back. Excuse the yawning, guys. What's the time? Quick time check. It's 2:30. It's 2:30 AM for me. Alright, so Cab coming into Kaiserklein's base, doesn't pick up a build, but the switch over to Javelin Rider is in. I forgot to restart again, bloody hell. You guys gotta remind me, I feel like they don't have the opportunity to siege just yet, but they have the opportunity to just cause so much idle time here. Strellet's going to be taken out by the Uhlans here. We'll pick up 2 Strellet for free, but we'll get forced back. I feel like there's a lot of posturing here. Second blockhouse coming out from Kaiserklein as well. So you're going to be batching out quite a few musketeers. And CM going to be batched from Kaiserklein's town center. I probably want to cancel that, but no, commits to it. And I think they're going to try and go for the cleanup here. I mean, they are pretty... Kynesie and Tit are pretty deep in their opponent's base here. And I feel like the Cossack don't really do much against the Russian Musk here. And we're going to bring in the settler wagons to take a bit of damage, deal some damage here, punch down some cav, but it's going to put them back in the lines. And well played from Kaiserklein. They are going to end up cleaning up this fight. They're going to really convincingly clean up this fight. So maybe popping them in earlier was the right call. And they're going to chase the skirm back with that cav all the way home and deal some good damage with the Musk. But not before taking some trades. I feel like that proxy war's done quite a bit. More Musk coming out from the back line here, and 7 wood coming in, so maybe some Strelets coming out. But we want to see three trade boats coming in here from Hausa, so the influence income is going to start increasing. You could even pop in some raiders if they try and push under this tower, to be fair. So the option is there. Jabs now coming in for the switch. Scores are in the favour of Mitoe and Kaiserklein, but I feel like they are based on that cleanup before. Sending 8 pikes as well, anticipating another push in. I gotta be honest, the Strelet mass is quite well done from Tit. He was backing off with about 8 Strelet, and 10 seconds later I look back and all of a sudden he's got 32. It's got to be a shipment and a batch, right? 23 plus 8, yeah, it's a shipment and a batch. And we'll be taking the trade post as well. So Zico should be getting a bit of a helping hand. And interesting, if he does take the trade, he does take the trade post in the center, so we'll give him an extra line of sight to see when batches come out from the blockhouse as well. And the Strelets are going to come in under the town center. This is a great job at hiding, at herding from Mitoe. But the settler wagon's ultimately going to just take so much damage. But yeah, great job of herding here. Going to be right under the town center. Pop in and out without any trouble. We'll bring back the Strelets. Hopefully maybe try and go for another cleanup here. Scores now pulling convincingly ahead from Mitoe and Kaiserklein. So I feel like Kynesie and Tit really think that this is their go time. This is the point where they've got to commit to this fight. Mitoe is not raiding. That is true. Mitoe's not raiding with the Zulans. I feel like one bill goes down. I feel like he wants to stick around here and try and get a cleanup. They see they're ahead on Eco, so they don't really need to put as much pressure on their opponent's ego here. If they can clean up the military force, it's probably GG. Although the jab mass is quite substantial, it's going to be who can map. They've got to decide now, do they eco up or do they push in while their opponents are down on military? He's going to batch out more musketeers even though the Strelet mass is so big and they've got goons. I feel like if Kaiserklein maybe use that to age, I don't know. Mitoe has aged up though. That was the first shipment, 8 skirms. And I feel like now that he's aged up, they've got to kind of commit to this, or they got to, age up and back up themselves. But scores are just so separated at the moment. It is going to be sending some Ulan to raid though. And taking a fight under a German town centre, always scary. Does end up cancelling the skirmishes and opting for 9 Ulan. I feel like the mass from Tit and Kynesie is really strong, but it's still going to be... It's so strong and it counters Mitoe and Kaiserklein convincingly here. But it's going to be so hard fighting under a town centre. A German town centre with all those military unit pops. Germany does have a TP up as well, so got to be careful of that. And all of a sudden the Ulan mass is at 19. And does actually pick up a Vil on the back line there. We see 23 down for Germany, 31 for Hausa, 34 for Russia, and 31 for the other Russia. So definitely still close games. Although the score is it closing or it's about the same 5k score difference. I feel like that cleanup was just so impactful between Mitoe and Kaiserklein's base earlier on. It's going to be hard to push under 2 blockhouses, dealing quite a bit of damage. Jab's going to be popping out here. Looks like they're going to try and back off, let the Strelette deal some damage. Although he's got to be careful, doesn't want the vet Ulans on the Strelettes here. Musk actually putting out some serious damage here. I feel like he's got enough Strelette that he can go Musk, you know. Provide that extra bit of siege. And the Ulans are just going to bring down this blockhouse, prevent a second batch of Strelette from coming out. Will he get it in time? I feel like this is what's going to, you know, give him a chance to win this fight. And it looks like they're going to get out just in time here. Batch of 10 Strelette, but is it going to be enough? These are vet Ulan. And I think they are carded as well. No, they're not carded, but they are vet Ulan. And the Javelin Riders are going to have to card him back. All the while, the Strelette are just going to be focusing him down. And I feel like the Strelette Mass from Tid is just slowly but surely getting picked off, and is now going to get forced back into the trade post here. And the Ulan's just going to clean them up, just absolutely get right on top of them, and all of a sudden the Javelin Riders have got nothing to defend. I feel like this is just a well-positioned fight from Mitoe and Kaiserklein, just really well-positioned. Yeah, they've come out of this net positive, way net positive. They're so ahead on score. Kynesie calling the GG. And Mitoe and Kaiserklein taking game 3, up by 1. I do believe. So they'll be up by 2-1. Obviously taking the first game, going down the second game, but now they've come back strong in the third game here. So congratulations to them. Taking really good fights. A nice cleanup in base, and positioning under those blockhouses was really well done. So congrats, guys. Congrats. Have a look at the post game. Yeah, look here. Wait, is it this fight? Yeah, it is this fight. It's a lot. It's like not double, but it's like at least 70%, you know, more damage there. Ula amigos, looks like I'm late to the party. You are by no means late to the party. No means late to the party. We are about a third into this stream. You're not late by any chance. Anyway, speaking of third in, I'm behind schedule, so I need to hurry up and finish casting this. So let's do a quick 1-2 skidoo. Exit out of that. And I will see you guys in 3 minutes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, let's get into the next game. So Kaiserklein and Mitoe currently up 2-1. We are going to be spawning in to Kaiserklein's Lakota and Mitoe's famous Shiner. So I wanted to see if he can get the 3 village start, and Kynesie obviously going for his classic Japan. Kaiserklein, I've never seen him play Lakota, so I'm interested to see how he pulls it off. And Tit's having a Shoney. Obviously Kynesie and Tit spawning in the top of the map. Japan taking the center of the map, while Tit gets to go water straight away. Is going to have some trouble placing that dock. Going to be doing a bit of a dance there, but definitely favoured spawn positions from those two guys. And we've got Mitoe's China going to be along the shore here, with Lakota going to be mid-map, center sort of map. We're going to be leaving the extra coin crate on the floor. Obviously, I think this is Gold Coast or Ivory Coast, I can't remember the name of the map, but going to be starting with that extra coin, so going to be very helpful. Be able to get some extra text from the market from Kynesie. I'll get a prediction going in right away. All good. Game 4. Perfect. I'll give you guys 5 minutes again. How about that? Kaiserklein on Lakota. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to be opting with Portugal, so maybe a bit of a shrine boom. Let's have a look. See, no, we're not going to see. We're not going to see heavily Kami. Interesting. So he's going to go ports, but not going to go heavily Kami. So semi shrine boom. Obviously age up cheaper. Look at China's deck as well. Yeah, very supportive of the water play from both Kynesie and Mitoe. What about Kaiserklein? Kaiserklein not going to have any water support at all, so Mitoe, you have to defend it by himself. But he's going to have Earth Bounty in there as well. Going to start with 4 bills. And it looks like Tit is going to be going full water dance. Yeah, it looks like Tit's claiming the water on this one. But he's basically got, it's going to be a 2v1 on water, plus he's also got water dance. So it's going to be firmly in his favour. But yeah, it looks like we're going to see Rifle Rider, Forest Prowler, Light Cannons from Tit, and Japan maybe Yumi. Yeah, it looks like Yumi Mass generally. China potential for an old hand rush, but looks like more, age 3, age 4 pressure. And yeah, Lakota maybe going to go Axe Rider. General Cav. General Cav. While we wait, I'm just going to rest my voice for a bit. Have a look at the map. Divine striking down that Mr. Disciple there, and he really doesn't want to lose Mr. Owl, because Lang, I love it. Really doesn't want to lose the Owl, because I think it's like a 10% unit buff or something. Ridiculous. Is this a live game or recorded? This is recorded from, I think, yesterday or something, some recent time. It will be, the next game we'll be casting is live, the next matchup. Or if it's not live, it's like one match delay, if that kind of makes sense. Yes. So this is currently game 4, best of 5. Kaiserklein and Mitoe are up 2-1 versus Kynesie and Tit. And I think we're going to see some water play from having a Shoney. And here come the walls. Tit and Kynesie doing what they do best. Absolute turtle gods. And joining up the walls here. Good luck pushing into this. Kaiserklein's not going to be able to raid any of this. I feel like he's going to have such a hard time. Strike saying AoE saying laming walls. Bro, I don't know if it's laming walls. Like, they're part of the game. You know, you gotta learn how to do it. Just in case anything can get through that gap there, we've got an extra wall as well. What looks better, the European walls or the Haudenosaunee walls? I like these ones better. They look like more solid and like colonial. These ones look like more, I don't know, they just don't look like walls. They look like pillars. And why does the fucking soil look so moist? Look at that. Look how moist the soil looks compared to this rough dirt. It looks like gloop. It looks like gum. So many mines on this map. It's nuts. Yeah, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right in his base. Japan gonna go Yumi, so he doesn't need them. So Haudenosaunee is gonna be stacked on White Cannon. Absolutely stacked. Native walls the best in the game. Come off it. Look at that. Look at this like gloop. Look at this gloop, and then look at this absolute fired dirt. Like nothing is getting through those pillars. And all this, you just got like a light breeze will knock these over. They are some moist walls. Oh yeah. Oh wait, did I get a prediction going? I think I did. Okay, you're good. Alright, we're gonna see an early village coming out from Mitoe. Gonna send in Quang Pikeman. And 5 Axe Riders gonna get popped in from home. Double stable gonna come up from Kaiserklein. As well as the double trade post. So you're gonna deny any stagecoach play from Tit at the moment. But it looks like border is currently uncontested. He's only batching out from 1 dock at the moment. Yeah, Yumi, interesting start. Come on, another layer of walls, please. I want one right here, right. That's like a perfect choke, right there. And then you could even like double up there, I don't know. But yeah, it looks like the mass is slowly building. Probably don't want to reveal anything too soon, because they know pushing into double skirm is going to be tricky. 8 Chukonu coming in, so I'd try and find the weak spot at the moment. Warhut going up on shore. Very, very smart there. I feel like the weak spot at the moment is like this market sort of thing. They're currently... Oh, and the gate's coming down, so they're going to try and come out here and get some one sight. Did he just say a light breeze? I don't have my like sound pad up, so I can't play the laugh track. That's a shame. But it gets better when upgraded. Yeah, does it? I remember on Asian Dynasties, you could get these walls like look fucking indestructible with the town dance because they affected it, right? US walls look the best when they're upgraded. I can't put my finger on what they look like, but I do remember like thinking to myself that US walls look pretty good. You take those shots, pirates. Anyway, gonna start coming with the siege in. Hopefully gets those pikes in cover mode. But the Chukonu are gonna start dealing some damage to these Aina and Yumi's. Forward wall going to come down really quickly, but I feel like the mass of Yumi is just so much. But the Axe Riders are going to charge onto the Yumi. They're out of position. There's no anti-cav here. There's a few Ashley, but they can absolutely get picked up by these crossbowmen here. It's a fairly good position from Kaiserklein and Mitoe, although there's... Yeah, this is a really great position from Kaiserklein and Mitoe. The anti-cav is absolutely cleaned up. And is there anything coming out any soon? There's Tomahawks getting bashed from the town centre here. But look at all the aliens getting cleaned up. Although, having said that, they do have a massive damage output. And the cav, maybe one more batch of 5 would have been enough to clean them up just faster. But the alien is very, very, very tanky. The tanky version of the Setons. And there's enough Tomahawks to force the cav back. Although I feel like trade-wise, if we're talking in terms of trade, Kaiserklein and Mitoe are definitely ahead here. But in terms of like game position, I feel like, yeah, imagine if these Axe Riders were in the fight, this whole thing would be cleaned up already. More Yumi getting popped out. Does split an axe back to go deal with that. Oh, and the 7-stepper, yeah, that's clinching. That's got to be game clinching. How our score's looking. Still pretty close, but my god, that's got to be pretty bad. Although reinforcing Tomahawks, it's like, you know, it's a 1-2 Uno reverse card. Here's some step, but here's some Tomahawks. And now some Kenya horsemen to clean up these Chuko Nu as well. I think it's a bit of a, yeah, pretty much a reverse Uno here. They've forced him back out. I feel like the sheer DPS from the archers here has just really saved the day. You could even just get the Jesuit Temple and get the extra building HP. And these wonders get fucking tanky. The caster risotto is not Harrison, the caster is me. Joshua or Gandalf, whichever one you know me by. Best wall. Oh yeah, design, not oh yeah, we're talking about design. Great wall, great. Scores are better for Euro Japan. Scores are better for Euro Japan, but only barely. And if you look at, like, if we look at the mass, just look at the Axe Rider mass from Kaiserklein. For not playing that much Lakota, he's doing pretty damn well. He's going to charge in, but I feel like there's just enough anti-cab to deal with this. Holy shit, took out 2 fucking Axe Riders with 1 shot from that Explorer. My guy's got himself a fucking cannon in his... he's got a rocket in his pocket, if you know what I mean. He's absolutely obliterated those Axe Riders. Obviously, I don't know, what do we reckon at this stage? I feel like, yeah, the scores are easy. Kaiserklein and Mitoe have definitive map control. I'd start sieging down these trade routes and get Stagecoach, I reckon. That'll be my 2 cents. Because he knows he's on water. He knows he's on water. So he knows that they've got a timer here. Yes. We'll see if anyone's going to be on the road to age 3. Everyone's still going to be chilling in age 2. Badly beaten after that fight. I feel like the Yumi mass is building to a point where it's like getting critical enough. Like there's enough anti-cab. The Seaton start was really good, but obviously switching to Tomahawks here now they've done mass builds. I feel like this is just firmly it's in Kynesie's favour now. They've got the mass. There was a point where they could have pushed in, but like look at all this. He can't really do much with Skirm Pike at the moment. Crossbow Pike. Axe Riders sieging down shrines and trade posts now, which is really useful. I'm going to have to start, chucking down some defensive shrines here. So I think that's some really good pressure from Kaiserklein. If they can, I would even chuck just like a wall just to bide them more time at the front here. Just something so they've got a bit of, a bit of leverage when they know that something's happening. When there's a push out, they've got time to react and, change up their plan there. Stagecoach would be huge. Yeah, but it looks like he's going for shrines rather than TPs at the moment. I feel like Tit's eco is just so much higher now with his water play. He's going to be batching out some canoes to deal with this war junk here. We'll need a few more boats to try and push him off water. I'd honestly, they can't really get caught out here because they've got enough to pull back. I'd try and take out this trade post. Those Yumi dishonoring Cav. I dishonored my family. Yeah, they sent out them bows pretty quick. Gonna be macroing for the age up as well. And we do see Mitoe going to be going up with the Porcelain Tower. And Wise Woman from Kaiserklein. So we're going to be seeing some vet text on all these units here. It'll be interesting to see if he sticks with the Chuko Nu Pike or if he switches to Chang Down Arbs. Very, very interesting. So interesting. both of them clicking up now. Time like literally barely exactly the same. But looks like water is going to be taken back from Tit. Obviously, has an open awareness. Canoe's going to be coming out a lot quicker than War Junks. And looks like he's going to be taking water quite firmly. Striker saying rip our channel points. He had 30k and lost all of it. Yeah. It can be harsh sometimes. That's why you don't bet like 30k. You bet like you get like 1,000. Like 1,000 each map is like I'd say is a good amount. Going to be bringing out a war canoe. Oh no, it's just another regular canoe. Really going to lock down any water play here. Any shipments into the beach is going to be locked down, and it looks like we're going to be sticking to the Chuko Nu. Forest Power is going to be coming out from Tit at the moment, and Kynesie are going to be going up with the Golden Pavilion. They're going to run out of res soon, they're going to run out of res soon, so they might need to expand out here. But it looks like they've got line of sight. They've got map control with these shrines, so shouldn't be an issue. So it looks like we're going to see a fight coming here. I'm going to chuck another proxy wall behind, but it's not going to go up in time. It's literally not going to... He's going to screw himself over because it didn't go up and he couldn't get the gate in time. But he manages to squeeze through this tiny little gap here between these two buildings. The Axe Riders can get through, but they're going to get focused down by all these Discipline Uni. The Discipline Uni must learn discipline. You rack discipline, Kaiserklein. You rack discipline. But definitely the proxy wall, I feel like it's done more harm than it's done good, but quick thinking from Kynesie, very well done. And he's just like, fuck, we're not having that shit again. More walls, more walls. I don't want to deal with that again. And his eco's now going to go gangbusters here. Oh my god. Here come the loud as fuck hand mortars. Like these things, man, what are they covering their bloody ears? These things are fucking louder than heavy cannons. Like, you try playing this and microing and then out of blue you hear this kaboom. It's like, fuck, man, Jesus. And they don't even do like a ton of damage. They just do like a tiny bit of damage for such a big fucking shout. Kaiser just pull out a 3cc build. Yeah, yeah, wait, yeah, gets train time. And does he have adoption? He doesn't have adoption. Oh no, he does have adoption. He's sending it in already. Doing the siege. He could even just go back here and just do a run into his base. Like, he's got the speed. I would literally just go, you know, screw you guys, we're going in back here. And just take out the Golden Pavilion. They honestly could. He's got siege dance. I would literally do that right now. They're, like, Tit and Kynesie chilling in base. I'd get the skirms. I'd have them here just, like, keeping him occupied. And I'd just do a run in, siege it, and get out. Although he's got musket riders. He's got musket riders, never mind. I am mistaken. I thought they were all Axe Riders. Buff heavy cannon sound. No, nerf hand mortar sound. What do you want about? But definitely doing a good job of getting on top of these shrines without getting caught out by the musket riders. Kynesie could even, you know, age up after this as well, to be fair. I feel like that's the game plan. Chill and age. They've literally got water so secured right now. Look at this. And they haven't overfished, which is the good thing. Scores firmly in their hands at the moment, up 5k. Gonna commit to killing these Ashy here. But I don't think he realizes the volume of musket riders. It looks like, oh, there's elite tomahawks holding the golden axes. Look at that. I feel like they've got an opportunity. They think they've got an opportunity to push out here with the forest valor mass. Not much cab coming out here from China, but he's got to be careful. Is that enough musket riders to deal with the axe riders at the moment? And the China's mass is ridiculous. Mitoe's got 93 military units right here. Bloody hell. Bloody. And is now going to batch out some rifle riders. I feel like rifle riders, yeah, they'll deal with the tomahawks and the axe pretty well. I miss the old days. Oh, you could hear mortar sounds from the other side of the map. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's true. That was fun. Gives me chills hearing a home city pop off from that far away. Yeah, true. The revolt music was fire. You know what, screw it. We're gonna get the revolt music on. AOE3 revolts music. I'll turn it down a bit. Going to be pushing in here with the hand mortars. Two flying crows out. Now going to be able to deal with this these gates that aren't actually upgraded. More hand mortars coming out. This is the most significant fight. I've got to turn the volume down because you guys can't hear me. But the now honoured arms are going to come in. Mitoe is aged up, so he's getting all his age 4 techs in. I'd say just the ability to have the age 4 units here. Flying crows obviously. Gonna have that passive tech in age 4. It's just gonna be so much more impactful at the moment. I feel like the fact that they've got age 4 units against age 3 units, although Kynesie is up, and I feel like Honoured Yumi Honoured Yumi will beat Honoured Arbuscers any day of the week. As a bro, you cracked me up. Right. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I thought before he should go in and take out the pavilion before the musket rider mass. He only had 8 musket rider at that point. But sieging down the Distrigo shrines are definitely going to provide a bit of a stunt on the economy there. But these bastards, causing more harm than they are doing good, killing the eardrums of the players at the moment and me. But now sending more arbs from the home city. I think it's 14, is it? 17 arbs. And here comes the siege dance. He's going to be running in here. Siege dance underway. He's going to be picking off the falcons. That's really good awareness from Kaiserklein there. Does take out a war hut, and he's going to back out from the musket riders. So that's basically a shipment down the drain from Tit, an age 4 shipment down the drain. Kaiserklein hasn't clicked up yet. We'll see if he's going up shortly. Isn't actually macroing for the age up here on 62 vils, 70 vils, 66 and 52. So I feel like tensions are high here. This could be like the defining fight. Does have some Quang Pikemen mixed in there doing what they can. But the Flaming Arrows are out now. I feel like they can just get pushed back closer and closer and closer, and it's not going to make any difference. Is now going to be sieging some shrines on the right side here. But ultimately, does who, what, who, what, when? I feel like the Discipline Yumi win this fight because the Axe Riders just get cleaned up by all of Iroquois' army at the moment. And the Flaming Arrow is getting some great volleys onto China's. They're not like, defining volleys, but, they happen every shot, and it just, it's another 5, and then before there was another 5, and another 5. Although the Axe Rider are now going to get committed to the fight. Once again, sorry for the lag, guys. I need to restart my game after this. But definitely going to commit to the fight, taking out quite a bit of Ashi. And there's definitely more forest powers on the backline than we'd like. All the time, Hand Mortar's doing good old lag plus wall combo. Hand Mortar's doing a great job on trying to snipe down these these Flaming Arrows. Kaiserklein saying the lag is kind of bad. We'll see him abusing Malta Teleport for sure. I'm going to start pounding these villagers. These just Honoured Yumi. Looks like the Yumi mass is actually completely whittled down. It looks like we just see champion musket riders up against these arbs. Basically, I feel like Kaiserklein would have had that fight in the bag if he had his age 4 techs. Had a really good mass there, but not really familiar with the civs, maybe not knowing what to do with it. And it's really showing here. Look at their scores are neck and neck, except for Kaiserklein's, which is really way down. He had a great army, and he took fights really well, but I feel it's just lack of Civ knowledge at this point. We'll end up picking all 4 of those, I think 5, 6, 7, all 7 of those hand mortars are going to go down to the Forest Prowlers, and I feel like it was just a sheer, like, you know, Forest Prowlers, the best skirms. Forest Prowlers, Jimmy, probably the best 2 skirms in the game. Just, you know, their sheer stats is just going to outplay China and Lakota at this point. And now does actually have a light cannon out with an insane range. We'll be able to easily deal with these flying crows. Lakota, everyone, yeah, true. Yeah, I agree with that, but slow push of death coming up here now. Gonna try and raid with some Steppy Ride, but they are upgraded, so won't be having that much of an effect. Just some minor idling. Is gonna get a town center up over here to try and, you know, claim some map control, a bit of line of sight. But looks like Kaiserklein and Mitoe are gonna be forced back. Hopefully Kaiserklein is on his way to age 4. Is not on the way to age 4. Is gonna be is kind of macro for it, but is gonna start batching Bow Rider. What do we think the play is here? I feel like keep the chain downs coming from Mitoe, but I feel like we need to see some... What can China do here? Maybe the Forbidden Army with the Iron Flails and Meteor Hammers? How's the hate in the chat? Walling is the best strat versus Lakota. Yeah, I do agree with that. Yeah, Tokugawa one-shotting hand orders. I feel like Shogun Tokugawa is the best raider there is. Like, you just chuck him in your opponent's town and, like, he'll clean up 10 bills in 10 seconds. Just disappointed. How dare they? No, that's fair. Everyone has their own different game styles, and Kaiserklein is actually gone up now. I think he did go up fast, did he? Let's have a look. Oh, I can't see. But Kaiserklein definitely going out fast. Doesn't have that many people dancing, but is going to be hitting maxed bills first. It'll just be down to whether it can mass up before the push comes in. Harrison home for some cool content. Yes, Harrison, you are home for some cool content. We're about, what would we say, we're about a third of the way into the stream. Game's going for a lot longer than I expected. I must have, like, added up wrong or something. I think that's it, because, like, when I added up how long this should go for, I was like, oh yeah, 90 minutes, and I was like, hold up, 5 games, 90 minutes, that doesn't make any sense. So, definitely screwing up there on my part. But anyway, back to the game here. Ahead by a 10k score in Kynesie and Tit. Everyone's in age 4. If Kaiserklein just getting his champion axe riders in now, I don't know if Bow Riders is the right, it's like, because he's got a mix of everything. It's, you know, Noah's Ark sort of style here. But I think committing to axe riders here is probably the play, and letting the ARBs just snipe the musket riders. I feel like that's the best thing you can do, but but then again, I feel like Musket Riders, Musket Riders, Forest Prowlers, and Yumi are just with Flaming Eyes. I feel like that is literally the best, military combo in the game. I feel like maybe mix some Legion Goons, but like other than that, oh, I love it. Yes, Kaiser playing Lakota. This is game 4. And they are up 2-1 at the moment. I think I've updated the stream to say that, right? Yeah, I said that. One Flaming Arrow, one Flying Crow already going down to the cool shots. And it looks like they're going to try and commit onto a fight here. Axe Riders and Dog Soldiers getting right on top of the Musket Riders. And oh my god, the game is crashing. Jesus Christ. Flame's going to get some good shots onto both sides here. Bow Riders on the back line going to try and pick off the Ashy. Attack Dance coming in from both native players here. These Musket Riders now doing 34 damage apiece, and the 80 damage apiece from the champion Axe Riders here. This looks like it's going heavily in favour of Kaiserklein and Mitoe, although the Axe Riders are starting to dwindle, and the champion Forest Prowlers on the back line are going to do what they do best and just have a high damage output. These ARBs aren't going to be able to stand up to Yumi and champion Forest Prowler here. There's so much less damage output. Although there's quite a few Bow Riders on the back line here. I feel like this fight is still anyone's game. It's going to come down to who can remass the skirms faster, because the Forest Prowlers are now getting their mass whittled down, but we do see reinforcing batches coming out from all sides here. Maybe this gate giving them a safe place, just to fall back to. Imagine if these Bow Riders were Axe Riders right now. Holy crap. The mass from China is still in play, and all of a sudden, when they were up 12k score, now they're only up by 4k score. So definitely clearly coming out positive on that, and definitely bringing the match back closer to where it needs to be. The ocean is now fished clean, trawled to the very depths. Still a good fight for the squad though. No, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I feel like that fight's kind of like turned out even. If you're like the whole game, who is ahead now? I'd say it's still the same as what it was before. If we're talking about the whole game of who's ahead, but specifically with that fight, I think Mitoe and Kaiserklein took a really good trade. Yeah, with range pretty good. Yeah, true. Gonna be a star. I love it, Kings. Yeah, no, I totally agree. That's actually pretty true. Yeah, can siege like instantly. Yeah, the mortars like one-shot them or something. Or we're about to see. Oh no, it's a misfire. Oh no, just not as loud. Yeah, look at that. It's like a, come on, shoot. I want to show that they one-shot them. Not for long. Also, their eco-heavy Dex water Kynesie Tit is going to help out in the long run. True. Well, it's already kind of at the long run right now. And also just an update to everyone who is familiar with the schedule. Normally after this we'd be casting Prince, Tony and Malt's game. Also, and Gibbs, sorry. Live, but obviously they're going to kick things off now because they're all here, and there's no point delaying that. So they're going to start off, and we're just going to be casting it one game behind, if that makes sense. Just a quick update. And as a result, we'll also be casting Don Artie's game. I think about a 2-game delay, depending on how quick games get through. So just letting everyone know that. But anyway, back to the game now. Score's now starting to peel ahead again, almost up to 10k. And here come the TPs. Does he have the TP cards? He doesn't have the TP cards. What's the stat buff for them actually without hit point boost? Because I know there's a card that provides attack boost, and there's another card. Does it provide more hit point boost, or what's the deal with it? What are the 2 other cards? This deck, yeah. Have a check on the deck. Oh, something's happened. I didn't check. It's a follow, or like, what was that? Yeah, it's a follow. I gotta like recognize what the sounds are. China late game is good though. I feel like Mitoe, who's China is one of his mains, is really good. Ends up sieging that town center down. I feel like Kaiserklein going for these like, quick proxy sieges gives Mitoe the time he needs to push in without fear of a quick attack. Although Mitoe's hand warders, he needs more. He doesn't. I know he's at max pop, I think. Yeah, he's at max pop, but he needs something to deal with these flaming arrows. Like the flaming arrows just eat these flying crows alive. The field gun gonna get picked off pretty quickly though, but we'll lose 2 flying crows in the process. Oh, 1 or 2, 1. Anti-raid walls coming over here, been there for quite a bit. But it looks like the Yuumi are out of position and their only fallback is through this gap here. Gate does come down, Axe Rider's coming down. Attack Dance not in for Kaiserklein yet though. 69 attack here from the champion Axe Riders, but we want to see it at 70. And now the hand mortars are going to start peeling away at these flaming arrows here. And I feel like every flaming arrow down is going to make such a difference. There's another follow. Thank you whoever followed. We're going to try and improve that so I can actually see who does that later. But back to the fight here. We're going to see some units spawning on the left side as they do. And the Flying Crow gets a volley off into these Yuumi here. I feel like the Japan age 4 timing is long gone, and the military mass is dead even for both sides now. Both sides, have got their industrial techs. The Yuumi aren't as good as they could be, in comparison. They are still good, don't get me wrong though. Siege Dance still in from Lakota, and only now getting his HP buff on the horses as well. And it looks like, since Kynesie is just so popped right now, I think he's going to just try and stack resources, potentially try and get the age in. Kaiserklein is definitely going to be trying to get the age though. If Kaiserklein can get Imperial Dog Soldiers, Imperial, because if Kaiserklein can get Imperial, we don't want to see this, this is not what I want to see. If Kaiserklein can get Imperial Axe Riders, picking off some of the flames here, he can just run in and just destroy the eco. He's going to try and just go for a game-deciding blow here by getting the town centre down, but I feel like this is deadly. All these Axe Riders are going to go down to these Musket Riders, like literally all of them. I think at this point he's just got to get as many good trades as he can. Take as many vills down to the grave with him, I'm losing my guys, so you're going to come too. He could try and break out of these walls, but I feel like he can't. He doesn't have the mass for that. But the Honoured Yuumi are now completely unprotected. He doesn't have Tit's Attack Dance Musket Riders, so they will get picked off by the hand mortar, just passive damage, and the arms just constantly shooting into them. He's going to take this fight as good of a positive trade is, but he's actually doing pretty well. He's got Attack Dance in, and these bastards only resist ranged attack, so he's going to take he's going to take a better trade than he thought, basically. Than I thought. Show the raid. Yeah, he took out Bluesvilles, then forced them back over here and got picked out. He's going to chuck a town centre down, anti-raid, and look at the hand mortars. Kaiserklein, I'd opt for the age up. I'd be like, listen, Tit and Kynesie can't push out at the moment. I've got a split second where I can click up here. Free Wonder. True. If he just went in and just went for Attack Dance and gotten Golden Pavilion down. What's the percentage? Golden Pavilion? Yeah, what's the percentage on Golden Pavilion ranged attack, guys? Because I'm thinking, if he got that down, can you imagine? Oh my god, here the walls come. But I'm thinking, yeah, if he got that Golden Pavilion down, that would have been, so significant. Got the bank at least, yeah, true. Why isn't he aging? Because I feel like he needs units right now, but he doesn't. They can't really push out. They can push out to about here, but by then your age up's in. And 50% unit tech. That's just going to be so significant right now. No one else can age up at the moment. Tit can probably age up, but I feel like Kaiserklein needed to age up 2 minutes ago. It's too late. Yeah, true with the sea raids. They just don't have any water control. The docks are absolutely cancelled. He can't go in and do that. Tit could probably come in. Tit could, like, literally, like, once the Musket Riders, like, kind of die, he could either remass or he could just go full, what are they called? Not Axe Riders. Kenya. Full Kenya Horseman and go for the raid. Look at the Yumi, absolutely picking off all of these hand waters. Forest players as well. And I feel like after such a great fight early on, Tit and Kynesie are now still pulling ahead by 10k. The Nagi Nada switch is going to be what's cleansed shit. The anti-cab is over here, but it's just going to get picked up by the Skirm. Shit, all the units are just converging. Just a sheer amount of DPS just converging onto Mitoe's army here, and I don't think he can... He's just running on low on res. He just can't remass quick enough, and that's just fair. Like, he's losing so many units. And he doesn't, like, he can't do anything about attack dance. He can't do anything about these Nagi getting extra HP. And these Nagi just absolutely eat these arms alive. And all of a sudden they're pushed back to where they were, and Kaiserklein has not aged. I'd just send Mitoe res, bro. Send Mitoe res. You need China to be back up on his feet. Still not max bills. No. He was at 99 bills. He's been rated. He was like the first one to 99 bills. Japan not at max though. Yeah, China at max. And is now going to get bombarded from the shore. Chucking a castle up. Want to defend that factory. The Arbuskia, I don't know how to say it properly, but the Skirm Mass is definitely going to be taking some good trades here, and the Champion Axe Rider are going to be coming back onto the Yumi here. The anti-cav is all busy shooting Vills and shooting Bow Riders. Definitely an option to push up into the Yumi here, but gonna opt to cut off Tit at the moment. And Kaiserklein calling the GG up 15, almost 15k score. GG coming in, Kynesie and Tit taking game number 4 to even the scores to 2-2. Congratulations, boys. That was actually a really close game. That was enjoyable to watch and cast. I hope you guys had fun. GG's, yeah. Japan Eco falls off at some point. Yeah, around 36 minutes, yeah. 36 minutes, 29 seconds to be specific. It looks like wearing onions for hats. Like, what's the deal? The onion hats. Check out post game. KD's pretty even for basically everyone. Mitoe's a bit down, but that's China. And that was the main fight. That kind of like resulted even. All the fights were even except for that last one. Look at that, Jesus. Rematch from both teams. I feel like that was pretty damn close right up until the end. GG, well played all. Yeah, totally. Get the scores up on here, and I'll quickly do the prediction. Yeah, really good to see. This is our first game going to best of 5 so far. Kynesie and Tit taking that one. Get the next one going. Game 5, best of 5. I'll give you guys 10 minutes to predict that one. Who is going to take the dub? Tit or Kynesie? Tit and Kynesie, or Kaiserklein and Mitoe? Who is going to go into the semi-finals? You saying Kaiser's a bit low on the score. That's after the fight. If we'd like to check out the Vills as well. Where are my Vill pop? There's my Vill pop. Yeah, going absolute shit gangbusters with that. He's the first one to max Vills. No one else actually hits max Vills at all. And that's adoption for you. Alright, I'll get into the next game. I know you guys are excited. I will be back. Strike got 0 points. What do you mean you got 0 points? Did you bet against the other guys? Wait, is this the quarterfinals? Yeah, Harrison, it's the quarterfinals. Playing for semis. It's in the title. And I think there's something on ESOC as well. An announcement that went out. Where's OP Nooks and Nono? Nooks and Nono will be here to co-cast once this next match is done. They'll be into co-cast. Alrighty, I will be right back, folks, in 3 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for Game 5. We'll be seeing Kaiserklein and Mitoe playing as Otto and Brit. I'll switch that over for you now. Otto and Brit from Kaiserklein and Mitoe, and Kynesie and Tit going as Tech and Brit. Good old Azzy. This is going to be really interesting. Azzy in a tournament match. We literally haven't seen much of Azzy in a tournament match at all. I've only seen it once, which was Nooks and Nono's final. Brit and Otto. Hey, Don Hardy actually guessed it. He guessed it, bro. He guessed it. Good shit, man. No way. Good shit, man. Good shit. And yeah, Memento, I hope you like the sound alerts as well. All right, we'll get into that one, and then right after this, we'll take a short break, and then we'll get straight into Tony, Prinz, and Malt's game and Gibbs' game. So let's finish it off. Kaiserklein and Mitoe's best of 5. Kynesie and Tit. This is insane that it's going to best of 5. Props to these players, and this is just the quarterfinals. And yes, Harrison. Before I did see that, and yeah, it's amazing that this looks like a finals game basically. It's neck and neck. It's absolutely ridiculous, 2-2. Absolutely so hyped for this. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Who will win Game 5? Let's see. Alright, getting into it at the moment, we have Kaiserklein and Mitoe spawning on the top of the map as Otto and Brits. Obviously, such a separated spawn, so it's so easy to commit to a hard rush versus one player here. And in the bottom of the map, we have Tits, Brit, and Kynesie's Aztec. Warrior Priest Spoon potentially, but going to opt for a market start. And we have the Flame Warrior Priest here, Warrior Chief here. Gotta love our DLCs. Let's get ready for another 40-minute game. Oh yeah. 40-minute, I don't know, this looks like a rush comp. I don't know, man. Honestly, they could do anything, to be fair. I always try and go, oh, what are they probably going to do? But at the end of the day, who fucking knows? We got our marauding musketeer walking at 3.25. Stomp. But looks like we're going to see a market start from... interesting, market start and a house from Mitoe versus a 2-mana start from Tit. So we'll see who's got the better build order rehearsed. Once and for all, definitively proving, is a market mana or a double mana the better start. Yes, Donati, that is exactly what Don said. That's exactly what we're doing. Prinz's game they're still in their first game right now. So once this is done, we'll launch that game up. We should be 1 game behind. And yeah, it should be sweet. Should be sweet. Yeah, Harrison, this is a whole schedule going on, bro. This is everything. Yeah. Luckily I was and we've also got guest casters as well, which is also really cool. We've got 2 sets of two pairs of guest casters coming in. Why the fuck did he not go Inca? I don't know. It was probably because the Civ pool. It would have had something to do with that. But let's have a look at Dexies at the moment. We go 3 vills coming in. Interesting. Looks like we're going to see some Eagle Runner Knight action, starting with Mace Age 2. What's this one? Team 3 vills. Brit's deck can be opened with 3 vills. We're not going to see any Virginia Company here from Tit. But we are going to see the Terraced Houses card in. Mitoe looks like he's going to be going more of land grab. Interesting. And we're going to see some Musketeer Husk gameplay from Mitoe by the looks of it. Oh wait, did he have... But he's also got Human. Both Brit players could literally go all 3. They've got cards for all 3. What do we reckon? And Kaiserklein, is he going to send Silk Road? But looks like we're going to see some Abus gameplay here from Kaiserklein. So we saw Tit and Kynesie pulling out the Abus in Game 1, so we'll see if Kaiserklein's Abus can do any better. And it looks like everyone's just going to go their separate ways. No one wants to do this. We're all done. We don't want to commit to this. And looks like Mitoe's going to be the one benefiting from that warthog chewing on a pumpkin. Kaylee, who is the caster? It is me, it is I, it is Josh. Caster is OP as fuck. I know, right, Harris? That's great. Should get... I don't know the Nightbot command at all, but you should pull something off like that. Okay, yeah. Silk Road going to be coming in. It'll be interesting. I feel like both civs have rush potential. Musk Abus and Musk Mace. So what wins? Musk Abus or Musk Mace? I think this is worthy of a poll. Musk Abus. Oops. or Musk Mace. I want to see what everyone thinks. And 6 trade posts. 6 trade posts. Yeah, can you imagine if Kaiserklein gets all 6 of these, bro? He's going to be like, money, 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 money. But yeah, no. Some sweet stuff, sweet stuff. Mitoe going to be coming up last in the age up. 4 minutes and 15 seconds going to be coming in. Opting for a mana in transition, but still going to be going for a stable in base. They're going to be starting Huss. I hope he's not going for a Foundry. He's going to go for a Foundry. So nothing really to deal if there's a... I feel like, what are they called? Not cheap runners, bloody hell. Too much Inca going on. Coyote runners. If we see some Coyote runners out on the field, those Abers are toast. He's actually getting some free line of sight from this Marauding Musketeers. That's like, he's getting so much value out of that. How much line of sight? I want to know. Ignoring what shipments he's getting in. How are they not ending it? Just end him now. Look at this line of sight. And they're literally splitting him in twain. This is interesting though, because he's got the mace out, he's got the Huss out. He's got 2 options. Like, I feel like they could get converged on from either side, but they've literally split them as well. And I feel like the splitting is going to be more important because there's no anti-cav here, and I hope there's no Abers popping either, because he's going to have to cancel it. He's going to go Rax and Foundry in here. Probably won't lose a Villager. He's quick on there, but the house isn't going to be going up in time. And he's going to commit to the Musk. The Jan's coming out, but these Mace going to be able to make short work of them. Potentially a minimum pop here, but doesn't quite have the res. Cancels it and goes for the minimum pop. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff there from Kaiserklein. So we'll do some damage there, and the Town Center can be able to pick off those Mace as well pretty quickly. And the Jan's actually doing a good job on those Huss. Good micro there from Tip, bringing him away. At the end of the day, it does come out of that pretty positive. And I feel like maybe Kaiserklein and Mitoe not quite expecting an all-in rush from Kynesie and Tit here. And the great thing about this is they literally just had a game where it was Kynesie and Tit, going on the defensive. So they're like in the mindset of that sort of thing happening again. So definitely catching Kaiserklein and Mitoe off guard here. Yeah, this is the one, Don. This is the one. I think they're talking about this hunt. Maybe. But it's like right there. He's got... Oh, that's a fucking great outpost. Absolutely denying hurting in front there. That's actually really smart from Tip. I rate that. And a house is going to be going down. Kaiserklein can have 3 trade posts, so he's definitely going greedy here. What do we do here? I feel like Jans... The Mace are in such close combat that it's fun to go Jans and don't risk the Abers getting cleaned up from the Huss. We do see some Huss coming out from Mitoe, so he'll be able to come in here. I feel like that's well defended from Kaiserklein. Definitely could have done a bit better, but, I mean, bloody hell, so much shit going on, it's, like, impossible. But I feel like it's not over. There's another wave coming, and I think, yeah, he's gonna have to get those hunts in now. Kaylee's saying they lost their army. Why bad? Because he was idled. He had 16 vills in that town center for that whole time. Absolutely idled. You could argue that the trade posts were providing enough like income to supplement that. But I mean, like 16 vills in there for that was like a decent, like, 45, 50 seconds. And the remass is just so easy from Kynesie. Anyway, going to be coming back in here. Decided we're not going to be pushing Otto. We want to idle Brits. And he's going to get picked off by the Muskie now. Great play. I think it's 6 Musk coming in from the outpost here. He's going to force the Hussar away to deal with that. And I feel like the Hussmas could clean this whole batch up here. The Jan's coming over, or are they staying in base? They are coming over. They'll be too late. A minimum pop might be able to clean this all up right then and there. I feel like these Puma Spearmen are going to just change the outcome of the fight. Yeah, reinforcements changing the outcome of the fight here. it's looked heavily in favour of Mitoe just going for a complete clean-up here, batching up Minutemen, but I think it's a bit too late. The Cav is completely cleaned up by the Pikeman and the Musk on the back line. Great micro there from Kynesie and Tit. Our scores looking, yeah, very in favour of Kynesie and Tit. They've done the damage they need to do. They've cleaned up the army. Like Kaylee said before, Mitoe's score still somehow worse than Tit's. Tit hasn't been idle. He's got to chuck his manners down. He doesn't have the pressure. Jaegershear in the chat. What is up, my man? We got the treaty players here, the pro treaties. Why is this map a decider in the best of 5? Because one thing about Age of Empires... oh, we got some neighbours coming at the front here. Going to try and get this stable down. One thing about Age of Empires is you can have the best micro, you can have, you know, the best whatever, you know, micro and macro, but at the end of the day, it's whoever can come up with the best strats, whoever can adapt the most in different situations, in my opinion. And I think Kynesie and Tit have done that really well. They realise that, you know, they've had a really passive game last game, and if they hit them hard, they're going to be caught out. And the Avis guns are going to be absolutely picked off here on the back line by the SARS. But the Jans are going to come in and get some good slices on them, definitely force them back. And at this point, I feel like the sheer mace mass is just so strong. The Pond Spearman can definitely defend against any cav that Mitoe pops out. But at this point, with 3k lead in scores, Mitoe just 1v2'd for a while, and now it looks like Kaiserklein's 1v2'ing. If only they fought together, eh? But they can't because they've been split. Haha! The big brain plays. And the GG has been called from Mitoe and Kaiserklein. Kynesie and Tit taking the match 5-0. Progressing to the semi-finals. Knocking Kaiser and Mitoe out of the Ace of Spades 2v2 Gold League tournament. And Kynesie and Tit, congratulations. Finishing the game on a KOTM map with a beautiful rush pulled out from Brit and Azzy. Congratulations, boys. Well played. I'll switch those scores over as well. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Minimalt saying Game 5 was the best. I love it. I love it. I love it. The GG coming out from Jaegershear. 9-minute 33 game. Yeah, definitely. Alright, we got the predictions coming in here. Oh my god, someone's cleaning up. Someone's cleaning up. 78% going to Kaiserklein and Mitoe, 22% going to Tit. Complete prediction, 4,610 channel points going out. Someone's reeling the channel points for this. Spend it wisely on those sound alerts. What's my favourite one? This one's my favourite one, if anyone knows what this one is. That's my favourite sound alert. A little funny there. But congratulations to Kynesie and Mitoe. We'll check the... Kynesie and Tit. We'll check the military graph. Yeah, definitely look at 43 Mason. Definitely look at the military in a pop. Absolute clean up down there on Mitoe's side. And Vil pop as well. Losing a few Vils. If we go to the team stats as well, we see it's a clean up on either side, basically. Like, look, Kaiserklein's done an epic remass. If only, imagine if he was fighting here as well. If they fought together, that would have been a mess. Definitely a just different game. Kaiser lost more than 5 Jans. Yeah, he lost 11 Jans, I think. Oh, I think that's the minimum pop, maybe. Potentially. Do we want to see any more graphs? What graphs do we want to see? Give me a shout before we switch over to the next game. There's your res graph. How quickly did he get trade posted? Shipments. Whew. Alright, I'll let you guys argue and chat about the results of that game. I'll just sit back here. Look at that, how close that age up is. Literally the same second. I want to get TP's total. Yeah, 3 TP's are pretty good. Idle Vils, of course. Of course! Ouch. I told you, who said before, someone said before that's a positive trade for Kaiserklein. I was like, bro, he's been idle for that whole time, and I said he's been idle for 45 seconds. Was I accurate? I was way off. He's been idle for way more than 45 seconds. Yeah. Who was that? I want to find him. I want to find him and call him out. Who was it? Where is it? Okay, I can't find it, but there was someone there saying that Kaiserklein came out. It's literally like at these high levels games, it's literally down to just whoever can idle your opponents the most. Like when you've got the same amount of eco, your same micro, your macro is really good. It's just how much can you idle your opponents, and if you look at this, it literally coincides with the res. And also, unless you're also good with your like the separation of the two opponents in that game was really well done. I do rate that. All right, let us get into the next run. Transition. Yeah.